Hey, turn me up a little. Yeah.
Hey, let me get a little more of that.
They know who we at, man.
How thick, what it
Yeah.
do, man? You know what I'm saying?
We stay
in
entertained.
Yeah.
We stay entertaining. Yeah. Hey, we stay entertaining. Hey, we stay entertaining. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Now turn me up, baby. Now turn me up. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Hey, we stay entertaining. Hey, we stay entertaining. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Now turn me up, baby. Now turn me up. Hey, we stay entertaining. Now go and check the ratings. We got them up through the ceiling like elevators. House of Vegas in the building, go going crazy. This shit was made for television. Pass the remote, baby. Now go and subscribe, comment, go live. Hey, turn me up a little. Yeah.
Hey, let me get a little more of that.
They know who we at, man.
How thick, what it do, man? You know what I'm saying?
We stay entertained.
Yeah.
We stay entertaining. Yeah. Hey, we stay entertaining. Hey, we stay entertaining. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Now turn me up, baby. Now turn me up. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Hey, we stay entertaining. Hey, we stay entertaining. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Now turn me up, baby. Now turn me up. Hey, we stay entertaining. Now go and check the ratings. We got them up through the ceiling like elevators. House of Vegas in the building, go going crazy. This shit was made for television. Pass the remote, baby. Now go and subscribe, comment, go live.
Hey, you guys!
Ben with the key.
Yes, guys. Welcome everyone to season 6.
Okay, get your season on. Stop playing.
Yes, welcome.
Yes, thank you for being here. Shout out to the people that are going to watch the replay because I know it's Friday.
Yeah.
People might be outside and busy. They might be, drinking. They might be smoking. They might be having sexual intercourse.
That part.
Okay.
All right, we have It's Me Wandsman in the building.
Okay, stop playing with Wandsman. Okay, you better go ahead and talk, child.
And we have Yo with your boy Leo.
Okay. 3-time gaming champion. You better work, Leo. Stop playing.
All right, and we have our lovely guest in the building.
Okay.
Point Blank Network in the building.
Okay, get your network on. Stop playing.
Welcome in. And we have...
Oh, this is on pause. You want me to on pause?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to on pause.
Just ask a friend. Welcome in.
Hey, thank you for being here.
Point Blank. All right. Hi, just ask a friend. Welcome in. Please share out. Welcome to the Xclusive show. Thank you so much for coming in. Let us know where you guys are watching from.
Okay, we are in New York City. That's where I'm watching from.
Thank you all so much for coming in.
Okay, where y'all at?
All right. Thank you all so much for being here.
On this nice sunny day.
This lovely day.
Sunny day, honey. Look how bright it is.
Yes,
Just
you look
bright.
lovely.
Well, you know I have to go to the back of my closet. And good Shirley.
Me too.
Shirley is always there for you, girl.
Me too.
Just go in that back of that closet and get good Shirley.
Just ask around since she's working from Mississippi.
Shout out to Mississippi.
All right, shout out to Mississippi.
Okay, get your Mississippi on.
All right, shout out to Mississippi.
We know somebody in Mississippi, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay, shout out to Mississippi.
All right. You both look great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We trying to
Thank you so much.
We trying to do something.
We hope you like the setup of the new show. Shout out to the engineering. They changed our stage presence.
Ooh, okay. Stage presence.
Yeah, so shout out to them. Okay, so we hope you like it.
I'm a tossing and a turning over here. Pay me no mind. I'm trying to fix my shirt and stuff.
Well, you might have to talk to their designer.
Ooh, are you trying to call me fat, honey?
No.
All right, had to make sure you ain't trying to call me fat now. That part.
Yeah.
So what did you do today?
Work.
You work? I don't believe it, child. Not work. What you do?
You tried it.
Ooh, you said you went to work. I'm just saying.
You tried it.
Well, I went to work too. I went right to the corner. All right, that part.
All
That
right.
part.
But just ask around. How is Mississippi?
How's the weather? Is it cold? Is it hot? Is it raining? Is it snowing? What is the weather? What is the weather? Hey.
Yeah. So just ask around. Also, guys, please make sure that you check out our cosplay back to school supply drive that's coming up this August.
Okay, check it all out. Check everything.
The links right there.
Okay, the links.
All right, please make sure that you check it out. All right, we got Pretty Timmy in the building.
Okay, Pretty Timmy said he's stopping by today.
Welcome to Hey Fam, Pretty Timmy and Tanya.
Thank you.
Date night.
Ooh, date night. Where y'all at? McDonald's.
Welcome.
You know they have McDonald's, right? They're having a double cheeseburger right now with extra ketchup.
You tried it.
Nah.
All right, 60.
I'm teasing y'all.
59.
Okay.
That is good weather.
Rainy with 60. Well, 60,
Oh.
yeah, 66 is like high humidity.
Yeah. Hey, Cheryl.
Hey, Cheryl.
How you
Yo, big over here. How you doing?
feeling?
Okay.
Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome
Okay,
in.
Cheryl, stop playing. You're going to rock bottom at any moment. Any moment.
Welcome in, welcome in.
Okay, now Pretty Timmy and Miss Tanya, I'm going to need y'all to pick me up a shake, okay?
Yeah.
Strawberry, please. Thank
Everyone
you.
is saying hi to everyone.
Yes, if you don't have the person above you, below you, in between you, grab them, share them out, tell somebody about somebody who knows somebody who might just know you, child.
That part.
Try saying that 5 times fast.
Yeah.
All right now.
LOL off the chain.
Okay, well, listen.
That part.
You got to have energy to do this job, okay?
Yeah.
Especially on this channel. You
And
can't.
it's also Friday, guys. So what are you guys drinking?
Ooh, what are they not drinking? Some of y'all drink on the regular. Stop playing. Stop playing what you drinking.
Yeah.
What are you drinking?
Just a little light.
A little light.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's right up there with lightning.
Yeah.
Ooh, did you guys see? You probably didn't see because half of y'all ain't got the same thing in common with me, and that's okay. But I'm gonna talk about it anyway. Doomsday is coming out the next, I was about to say next year, but we in the new year. It's coming out the end of this year. Are y'all gonna see it? It got X-Men.
Ooh, that's the fancy place we went to.
Just
Yeah.
leaving. How do you know that's that fancy place we went to?
Because I forgot how to pronounce it.
You forgot. Is that fancy place that y'all took us to?
Yeah, y'all tried it. You
When
really
Tanya was
tried
like, "Open the menu, honey. My assistant will open the menu, darling." Okay.
it. Y'all tried it.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all tried it. Y'all really tried it.
Ooh, not that's your favorite spot, girl.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
What did y'all eat? A cheeseburger, French fries, extra ketchup, a little
please
bit of.
don't sell no cheeseburgers.
Listen, you don't know every place changes. You know what? Listen,
Oh, Lord.
what's wrong with a cheeseburger?
Who
wants to buy me a cheeseburger?
H2 with a hint of
You got the water on deck.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, the water on deck. I bet you ain't even catch that, did you?
Hey,
Hey,
Auntie Mama's kitchen.
hey, what you in the kitchen cooking? Shout out to all the people that cook because I can, which means I'm gonna need everybody to make me a plate of food. Talk to me now, plate of food now.
Welcome me, Auntie Mama.
Yes.
Yes, that was lit. Yeah.
If you have a community tab, please share us out. Tell somebody about somebody who knows somebody, child.
Yes.
Okay.
Share us out.
Okay. We want some views too, damn it.
That part.
Okay. Is y'all watching us or not? Talk about it.
We have our guest in the back.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Are you ready to bring up our lovely guest?
I'm gonna tell him when he's ready to just give us a thumbs up because I'll sit here and ramble, okay? I like a good ramble, child.
All right. So, guys, this lovely guest, we had him on the show for our very, very, very first season.
You know what I'm saying?
Tuesday.
Okay, he does things.
Now, we bring back this lovely guest
Okay.
to the show,
Uh-huh.
guys, where he is now a whole network.
You don't say.
On Tuesday.
All right now.
So, today you're going to learn all about this lovely guest and all about
Oh, did she just curse? Wait a minute.
Well,
We do not use that type of language in here, Miss Tanya.
welcome to the show.
Okay, first of all, there will be no fucking Leah, okay? Wait.
Not a cheat day. We ain't eating cheeseburgers.
What is wrong with cheese? So wait a minute, time out, pause and swallow. Okay, wait a minute. You got to be a cheap date to eat a cheeseburger? What type of stereotype is that? Isn't that wrong with a burger? I like me a good burger. She must be very expensive, honey.
Okay.
All right, but the guest is good. He gonna drop it all. He about to drop them bowls.
Introducing some and introducing to
Well, you
others.
ain't have to cut me off like that, but okay. You don't even know. What's the button?
Introducing to some and introducing to others. Point Blank Network.
Stay entertaining, yeah. Now turn me up, baby. Now turn me up, we stay entertaining, yeah. Hey, we stay entertaining.
Hey, what's going on, YouTube? What is going on, PBT family? You know, I finally made the switch. And what switch am I talking about? I'm talking about the switch from American Express, which has long been my favorite credit card program, my favorite credit card ecosystem, over to Chase. Hey, what's going on, YouTube? What is going on, fellow investors? You know, I've been thinking about the holidays, man, and how people are going to be moving around. And I've been seeing all the credit card companies and the points and miles. And I thought about it, man, what about the people that are going to be using Expedia? And what about the people that don't care about points and miles, maybe earning cash back or just maybe paying cash? I had to bring myself up in this joint. I'm telling you, it's gonna be so bright tonight with stars, y'all. I had to wear some shades. I ain't gonna lie, I can't see a damn thing, but it don't matter. Hey man, it's gonna be a good night tonight. I am rocking with my boy Big Murph's Life, and we gonna call him Kevin. I might slip up, but it's just Big Murph, man. If this is your first time here, I'd like to welcome you to the Points Bank Experience. It is a simple slogan here. It's a point of real talk from a point blank perspective. And
Come in, go live.
All right, guys. Bringing to the stage. Welcome back to the show, the Point Blank Network.
yo, fellas, what's happening, man? What's happening? How y'all doing?
Welcome to the show.
Appreciate it. What's up, everybody? Glad to have everybody here.
All right. Thank you for coming back to the show.
It's my pleasure, man. It's an honor. And I want to thank y'all for having me back. You know, it's rough to get on the channel one time, but you know you did something right when you get invited back. You know, it's kind of going over somebody's crib. You go over there tearing it up, you can guarantee you're not getting an invitation back. So let me know I did something right. Appreciate y'all for having me, man.
And yeah, so guys, for those of you guys who do not know, he was a part of season 1. He's now back for 6 years later on the exclusive show. So this is going to be amazing. Welcome in, kicking it with the real safe fam.
Hey.
How you doing? Welcome in. So, Point Blank Network, are you ready?
Stay ready, baby. You stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Okay. All right.
I like the shirt. I like the color.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man. I had to dig this out my garage. You know, I moved. I went out there, just picked the first thing I saw, man. Threw it in the dryer because I lost my iron in the struggle, and here I am. So,
Okay, cool. So you want to go first? You want me to go first?
It doesn't matter. I can go first if you'd like.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta go to the back of the notebook because that's where I wrote a question down. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna read these in orders like I wrote them. I'm just gonna jump around. I think it'll make it more fun.
cool.
So we're gonna read question number 6 first, okay? And number 6 says, when is your next cruise?
Oh man, that's a tough question. I am considering one in 2026. I thought about March and I unthought about it when I looked at my investments. I thought about maybe this summer, but then it's kind of hot and more expensive. So I maybe towards the end of the year, maybe December-ish, November-ish. I don't know. I want to go. I might go during hurricane season because it'll be cheap, man. I've been in several typhoons, so I'll be all right.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Not hurricane season.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You better than me. I couldn't do that because ain't they going? The boat gonna be rocking, ain't it? Or
Yeah.
I was in the Navy, Leo, for
Yeah. You used to that.
I did several 45-day cruises. I've been through probably 50 typhoons in my life, which is basically a hurricane in the middle of the ocean. So.
Hey, he said that's his type of weather.
Oh no, I didn't say that. Now I was sick. I don't know what. I ain't saying that. I'm still a brother. You know what I'm saying? so.
Shout out to everybody coming in. Thank you for being here. Tell a friend who may tell you.
Who may tell you? Okay, so my question for the Point Blank Network. All right, for those that do not know, your second channel was Point Blank Finance. Now it is investing with Rod. What was the reason behind changing the name?
I never liked that name. I never liked Points Blank Finance because the original name, Points Blank Travel, came from points and miles. And Points Blank Finance had nothing to do with points and miles. So I never really liked it. I went from Points Blank Finance, then I was PB Finance for about a week. I didn't like that either. And then I said, you know what? I want to get away from the entire Points Blank name and come up with investing with Rod. And then I even ran into some headaches with that because I was like, I don't want people to think they're investing with me. You're not sending me your money and then I'm going to invest for you. And a lot of people thought that. It's more so you're investing, seeing my journey, and I'm going to show you that anybody, regardless of how big, how small, $2, $1, I can show you how to do it, but I'm not going to give you any advice. I'm not going to say go buy Google or go buy Meta or go buy this crypto. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to tell people what I'm doing. And that's how it came about. Points Blank Finance was, and it was also my second child. You know, each of my channels are like children, and it was my second child. And I just basically took it to court and changed its name because it didn't have its own identity. I treated it like Points Blank Travel, just like a middle child would get compared to an oldest child, and that didn't work. I tried to talk about credit on there, that didn't work, and then I was like, you know, I got to do something else. So I actually put it on the back burner and decided to have another baby, Points Blank Experience, and y'all may have questions about that. So.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Before we read the question, I want to jump in because you did say something that made sense. And I was like, well, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Now, you said the people were invested in you, or that's not what you wanted. But wouldn't that be easier if they sent you the money and you did the investing for them? That's not a bad idea at all.
Well, there's legalities around that. I'm not a financial advisor. I do have a degree in business with a minor in finance, but I would have to get other credentials to be a financial advisor or fiduciary and invest people's money or even give them advice on what to invest in. So, and people are still getting accustomed to understanding how the stock market works or how investing works. You know, I grew up in an era, and I was the same way when I first started. You lose $2 and you ain't too happy. You know, you may have 100 invested, but if you lose 2 of those 100, you know, all hell break loose. So I don't really want that headache. Now, would I do it? My goal was to be a financial advisor, but then I'm always 2 steps ahead of what's going on. I try to be. Yeah. When the internet came out and I looked at financial advisors making 6 figures plus per year, the internet wiped that out. When I first started investing, you had to pay $30 every time you bought stock. Now I can pay nothing and go on Robinhood and all these Webull and all these other platforms. So it eliminated, for the most part, the financial advisor. So that's one of the reasons. And now I will show people what I'm doing, but you know, it's like that song, play at your own risk. I never invest $1 I can't afford to lose. So.
All right.
Do you want to go back to get the rest of the degrees that you need?
No, probably not. It's just not my plan, and being able to do what I want to do is probably more financially beneficial than sitting at a company and giving advice. And, you know, I just don't see, that's not what we're experiencing in 2026. We're experiencing more of a younger generation that's doing it themselves. They have YouTube, they have ChatGPT, You can watch 100 videos and see which stocks to buy, and you don't have to go anywhere. You can stay at your house. So I don't foresee that.
Yeah.
Okay, you got a point there. See, he gave us a point.
Yeah.
You get it? The point?
Yes, I do.
Okay, now you can read the question.
All right. Pass the mic to the audience to kicking it with the Rook.
Oh, not the book got a question. What?
For Point Blank Network says, what is your suggestion on the best way to rebuild your credit?
I would say the first thing is initially forget about how you messed it up. First thing you should do, Rooks, is forget about how you messed it up, because you're not living in the past. You're living in today going forward. And if I was rebuilding my credit, I would actually, what's my plan? What do I want to accomplish? Am I trying to pay? What type of debt am I paying down? Am I paying down credit card debt? And to rebuild my credit, did I mess up an auto loan? You know, all of this. I would actually, I'm gonna start with credit cards. A lot of people mess up their credit with credit cards. And you have, say, $500 credit card, $1,000 credit card, and a $2,000 credit card. You're trying to rebuild your credit. I would tackle the one with probably the middle. I wouldn't go to $500 credit card. I wouldn't go to $2,000 credit card. I do the one in the middle. A lot of people that's rebuilding their credit, they don't understand the credit utilization. If your credit card balance that you have is $1,000 and your limit is $1,000, you're at 100% credit utilization. However, the more you take that down, you want to try to get to 30%. Yes, you're going to still be paying on the $500 card. You're going to be paying on the $2,000 card, but put your focus, any extra money you have, put it on that middle card, get that down to a $300 balance. Now you're doing what the experts say, which is having 30% less in credit utilization. Then I still would move over to the $2,000 card. I move over to the $500 card because I built some momentum. I'm feeling good about myself. I'm seeing my credit score go up. Now I'm going to hit that $500 card, because that $1,000 card, we're not going to use it now. Don't go cut it up and all that stuff, throw it in the trash and put it in the cookie jar. Forget all that. That stuff don't work. It's right here. It's all mental. Keep it in your wallet, because now your new name is not Rod. It's now discipline. You have to have discipline, because you can do it. But so often we rebuild credit and then we do something that's unimaginable. We go remess it up again. And is me. We'll rebuild it and then we'll find some magical way to go, well, I almost said some screw it up again. And then we wonder why and how. So we go cut it up. Then we know to get another one is a phone call away. So what is that accomplishing other than you just wasted some plastic? And now you're without a card if you really need it. No, have discipline, have self-control. Then as you get that credit utilization down, you're paying your credit on time. That is 65% of your credit score right there. Credit utilization is 30%. Paying bills on time is 35%. Now you only have 35% left. Your credit score is going to go up. And you have to know, so many people, this is the last thing I'm going to say to that question. So many people focus on the due date. I don't know the due dates to none of my credit cards. I know the statement closing date, because that's what get reported to the credit bureaus. It's not Rod paid his bill. It was due on the 25th. He paid on the 23rd. They reported on the 5th of the month. And I'm still over here talking about the 21st and the 23rd. So get with me, Rooks, hit me up on IG, man. I'll break everything I just said down. We can exchange numbers. I'll be more than happy to tell y'all one-on-two, and I will go from there. So.
All right.
Breakdown.
That's what I do, Leo. That's what I do. Nah.
All right. That's for sure. Okay. Welcome in, license to share. Welcome in, also welcome in me and I. It's in the building.
Okay.
Shout out to all you amazing folks. All right, and this is why he is the Point Blank Network guy.
Okay, get your network on. Stop playing with them. Before I read my next question, I'm gonna freestyle a little bit. You know what I mean? This is some nice jewelry you got on here, bro. Want to explain all that?
Well, yeah, it's just it's actually the Philadelphia Phillies logo, but it stands for Point Blank Network in my world, you know. And I got a couple different ones I may wear, and I don't wear jewelry every day. I got away from that. I used to be the pinky ring guy, the Cuban link bracelet, the thick gold chain, the nice watch. But as I got more mature, I didn't want all that attention. I wanted to be more low key, more of a somebody just ease through the crowd. I don't need flashing lights and all that. I kind of want to ease. I put my lights on low beam, not high beam when I'm moving around. So
Okay. Okay, go ahead. And you can read that, then I'll read.
Oh, I don't have one.
Oh.
Okay, so since we are on the topic of credit,
Ooh.
when we first met Rod, which is Point Blank Travel, he taught us how to earn miles and use miles with credit cards. So my question to you is, for those that don't know, can you explain how they can earn miles using their credit cards?
Well, I'm going to give advice on this one because I don't think it's a rule against that one. First of all, a lot of people get caught up in getting credit cards that they see on an ad when they're on their phone or their laptop or their mobile device, or they see a commercial. My thing is, when you're building up points and miles with a credit card, don't go get a travel card if you travel once every 3 years. That doesn't make sense. Don't go get a cruise card if you like ride. Don't go get a Carnival card or a Royal Caribbean if you haven't cruised since 2023. Doesn't make sense. I would get a card that fits my lifestyle. So let's say you're flying a lot, or you like to stay at Hyatt Hotel or Hilton hotels. I'm going to use two things. You like to fly American Airlines, you like to stay at Hilton. The average person is going to go and get an American Airlines card and a Hilton card.
Mm-hmm.
Do not go and buy stuff you don't need. Don't go and get some shoes or a purse or a suit or a chain or whatever just to accumulate points and miles. You need to find a card where you're going to earn points and miles with everyday necessities, groceries, gas. You don't have to eat out, but every once in a while we eat out. Utilities, subscriptions like Hulu, Netflix. There's so many cards out there. That way you're not frivolously spending to earn points and miles. You're spending what you're going to spend every day anyway. A lot of people are afraid of credit cards. It's just like a debit card. If you do what I call the 3 Ps, purchase, let it post, pay it. Don't go. Now, I'm not going to purchase a $500 TV and wait for it to post and go spend $500. I typically will do that with filling up my tank. That's $50. When it posts, it's just like my debit card. I'm going to pay the $50 and we're done. I don't have to worry about a due date because I'm managing my money and I've already got there. Now, to take it a step farther, I wouldn't get the American card or the Hilton card. Well, we'll say Delta and Hilton. I would try to build my credit, get one American Express, because now I have transferable points where I can transfer all over the place with just one credit card instead of having two. So it's points and miles. That whole game is what fits your lifestyle. I was able to do amazing things. I haven't paid for a trip since 2017. Recently I did, but I know what it's like to fly in first class. It was not what I thought it would be. So I probably won't do that again, but I can say I did, So points and miles afforded me the opportunity to do things I couldn't.
Okay, thank you so much for explaining.
Before I read that, he said something I wanted to piggyback off it. We've never been in first class, so what's the difference between first class and regular?
Well, number one, a whole lot of money or a whole lot of points and miles. That's number one. It's a whole lot of money. And yeah, you get a little, at least when I did it, you get a little wet towel. I didn't even know what to do with it. I just watched everybody else. I was the true blue brother that ain't never been in first class. I'm looking at everybody. So, okay, you have to wash your hands, wash your face. And I don't know why. I thought I was in the bathroom for a minute. And what I did was, as people are getting on the plane, I don't know how they pulled this out, but you can order your cocktails. When you're in the main cabin, you have to wait till the plane take off and get the 30,000 feet and all this other stuff, 12,000 feet. But in first class, they just start handing you drinks or taking orders while people are boarding. And it used to be you get this nice little meal. Now I don't know what they give it. It was last time I had a sandwich or something, but did all that equate to $1,500–$1,600? No. Everything I just named, no, none of that. And when I stopped doing it, I was like, wait a minute, we all getting here at the same time. I can wait like everybody else on my drink. But matter of fact, I can do even better. I can have a drink before I get on, and I'm already feeling good. I don't care when they bring the next one. So I would say do it if you can once, but after that, I don't think it's solid. So.
Okay.
You want to read the question or you want me to go?
Go.
Okay. Okay. All right, so I'm going to read question number 7. Now, this is a jokey joke question. Me and Rod have great chemistry and great friendship. So I wrote this question because I wanted to just mess with him and see if he remembered. But so for you guys who don't know, we go back to season 1. So my question is, with Leo being your favorite YouTuber, okay, favorite YouTuber, keep that in mind. When do you, sir, plan on giving that red wallet? We just want to know.
Well, Leo, I remember that. And I remember the red wallet you speaking of. It was a Gucci wallet. That wallet never went in my pocket. And I actually gave it away as a gift. I'm sorry. And I couldn't find it. I looked for it again, but I could never find it. And I wish I would have kept it, but it was cool for the time, but I never put it in my pocket, and sorry I don't have it anymore. But I do remember that. You always wanted that red wallet. So, and I know red's your favorite color, man. I got a blue one that's kind of old. It's somewhere around here. I just saw it. I don't even know where it is, but
okay. All right, so we're gonna go to the audience.
Oh, yeah, the audience.
From Kicking It with the Brooks.
Ooh.
How many credit cards is too many?
You can never have too many. No.
I would say how many credit cards is too many. I always tell people how many can you manage. That's the number. The max I ever had was 32 credit cards at once. But I had to do a lot of studying and research to be able to manage that. Now, when it comes to the realistic question, I think a good number is probably 3. I would start off with no more than 2. I would maybe graduate 3. I wouldn't exceed 5. And out of those 5, I would never, ever, ever probably have more than 2 that had an annual fee. The other 3 would be no annual fee cards, meaning they don't cost anything every year. The most I paid in annual fees was $695 a year, $695 a year. And that was crazy. But I would say 3 to 5. But if you can manage more than 5 and you feel like you need more than 5 and you can benefit from more than 5, like my cars, I was benefiting. I was in 2023 alone, I forgot what state I was in. I was in San Diego in June, flew out there first class, left San Diego. Actually, it was May, left San Diego, came back to Dallas for a week or 2, then flew down to Miami, then went on the Meet and I cruise, then left there, went to Arizona. Now came back to Dallas, stayed here, then went to Arizona. And all this was just points and miles. Boy, you could, I don't know who I thought I was, but it was cool. But at the end of the day, I wish I'd have kept some of those I was going to the Meet and I cruise. And some of the rest of them, I wish I would have just chilled. Like when I came up there and I met once and I flew up there first class and to New York, landed in LaGuardia, paid for the hotel. All that was points and miles. I didn't pay for anything. So. Hey, we can't hear y'all, man.
Okay.
Pressing the mute and unmute.
Hold on 1 second. Okay. What would you recommend to someone if it's their first time investing? So let's say, for instance, they come to you and they say, "Hey, Ron, I want to do some investing. Where should I invest my money to?"
I would go with, and again, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. So let's get that straight. But if it was Rod telling little Rod, we'll keep it safe. If it was Rod telling younger Rod, I would invest into a S&P 500 ETF, which is the 500 of the top stocks in America. Mm-hmm. Your Googles, your Microsoft, your Meta, Tesla, Nvidia. That way you have your money so diversified that you're not focused. Let's say Meta's having a rough time right now. If all your money's in Meta and you really believe in Meta, you may not reach your true financial potential. But if you have one investment and you have one ETF that has 500 stocks in it, it's not going to cost you much more than Meta. You just have diversification where your money, if something happens and goes wrong, you still are not kind of in a pickle. So that's the first thing I would tell little Rod to do, or younger Rod to do. Get a S&P 500 ETF.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Y'all getting y'all points in miles now. Now this next question, because I'm reading number 5. Okay. Before we read this next question, we would like to clap, because this question is more of a celebration. So me and once I'm going to clap. Yeah. Because I don't know if you're aware of this. You might be aware of this, but I was aware of it, and I thought it was amazing. And the reason we're clapping is because, to me, you have the comeback of the century right now. And I don't know if you realize that or not. So I had a question about the Meet Night Awards, because they are coming up in, 10 days?
I think so.
I think it's 10 days.
Yeah.
Forgive me.
No, a week, because tomorrow's Saturday.
Okay, so 5 days.
Yes.
Yeah, it might be 5 days. So the question is, last year you were nominated for 1 award. Now you're nominated for 5. How did it feel? Like, are you nervous at all? Or like, what's going through your mind as we get closer to the award show? And did you realize that you made one hell of a comeback?
Man, let me see. Which one of those do I want to tackle first? I'm shocked about the Media Now Awards because I didn't feel like I was going to be nominated. I really didn't know. Am I nervous? The cool, chill Rod will want to say no. But the realistic Rod, I've never watched the Media Now Awards with anyone. I've always been by myself strategically. The year I was going to go to the Media Now Awards, I ended up in the hospital. So I'm nervous because I've heard my name. Me and Anwar had a conversation after the voting was over. And I said, hey, man, I probably lost more than anybody that's ever been nominated. He said, no, man. I said, yeah, man, I probably lost like 15 times. And when you're sitting, every time I always watch it at the crib, on the TV. And the first time I won Channel of the Year, I cried like a baby because I thought about how I started, didn't know what I was doing, had to memorize all this stuff. Then I had to come up with the persona, like Beyonce has Sasha Fierce, Rod has PBT. I'm still the same person, but people found out on the cruise I'm a little more lit. PBT's a little more lit than Rod. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm nervous. Now, comeback of the year, in 2024, that's a year that I could ever care if I remember again. And it was tough with the constant things that were going on. And I was like, man, I think I would look at my camera. I would be where my camera was, my whole setup was in my family room. And I would look at my camera and like, I just can't do it. I don't feel like it. I was burnt out. So I said, you know what? I'm going to take a break. But when I come back, and then I think I did a promo that was Tell Them That I'm Coming. It was a song that Tell Them That I'm Coming. And that's when I said, okay, it's time to get back. But we ain't doing what we did the first time. We ain't coming back with just a PBT here and a PBE there and a investment rod over there. We coming back full force, and we laid everything out there. And I was like, I have the time, I have the energy. I went through a hellacious 2024, got attacked by pit bulls in the beginning of 2025. So it's time. Something got to turn around, and that's when I went all in. So did I realize, I wouldn't say the comeback of the century, a hell of a comeback, but do I realize I came back hard? Yeah. Was it intentional? Yeah. And in 2025 was practice. That was all practice. 2026 is game time. So.
Congratulations.
Yes, I'd like to applaud you because that to me it's a comeback. You know what I mean? And it's a great feeling. You know what I mean? YouTube is very hard to do. I know a lot of people look at it as easy, but it's very hard to turn on a computer and entertain people, whether you're dropping knowledge or joking around or doing video games or cooking or being a family channel, or you know what I mean? Like, this is harder than people think. They just see people sitting in front of the camera. You know what I mean?
People don't realize too, with the comeback, it was a different mindset, like more of a viewer experience, less of a PBT or PBE experience. I went from the, if you remember, the suits, the ties, the sports coats, the crisp dress shirts to ball caps and a hoodie, because I wanted to be more relatable. And it went from all about me to let's do for the people. You know, I shifted. People don't realize this. I've said it a couple of times, but I'm going to say it on this channel during this interview. I purposely shifted from PBT to investing with Rod, because with what I started all this with me talking about traveling, I don't care if it's points and miles and all that, it was a cost involved. And everybody wasn't thinking about traveling. People were thinking about, how am I going to keep my job? Is AI going to take over? Am I going to get laid off next week? How can I pay my rent? How can I pay my mortgage? That's when I made the pivot. And that's why you saw it when y'all little intro, financial pivot. I needed to pivot, and I wanted people to make a financial pivot. If you got $5 to go to Starbucks, don't say you can't invest. Take $2 of those dollars, get a small cup, or go to McDonald's and get some fake coffee. Whatever you got to do, make some coffee at home. Wait till you get to work where it's free and invest that money and watch it grow. It's no better feeling than when you're in a jam and you can pull up your phone, and instead of going to Instagram or Facebook, you can pull up your phone and go to an app and say, I'm good, I'm covered. So that's why you saw a shift in my stuff. So the comeback came with a lot of thought. So.
I was reading the comment.
I might do a video on that, the comeback. That sounds pretty good. Sound like a movie. I might do one on Keep It Up with the Griffins movies. The comeback.
Okay, so out of all your channels, you have Point Blank Travels, Investing with Rod, and you have the Point Blank Experience. Which one do you enjoy more, and why?
My passion is investing with Rod, but I love Point Blank Experience because I can just do whatever I want to do. I'm not restricted. I'm restricted. Investor with Rod is more so restricted to money, finances, and investment. I tried to do other stuff on Point Blank Travel. The people weren't feeling it. They wanted to know how I travel for free or a little money out of my pocket. So I created my last child, Point Blank Experience, to only because I wanted to talk about football one day. I remember Shelton from Your Favorite Couple called me. He said, man, you should do a video on this game. I said, where am I going to put it? The credit people don't care about it, and the finance people don't. I said, you know what, man, I'm going to make a whole new channel. So that's the one, like Live and Direct with Tanya from Event Yours. We get on there, we talk about real world stuff, but we have so much fun. And the interviews, you know, a lot of people don't know, but there were a couple of people that interviewed me before I started doing interviews, y'all being one of them. Angie Pooh being one of them. Elevate with Vern being my first interview. So my favorite, because I could just say what I want to say. I don't have to worry about if I accidentally curse on the investing channel, or I'm the worst thing in the world. And how can this guy be talking about credit cards when he looked like that and he got a ball cap and a hoodie? But more so, the Point Blank Experience, I can come on in an astronaut suit if I want to. It's an experience. But that channel was actually created to document what I do. I just don't do enough, so I had to come up with other stuff.
All right, thank you for sharing. Welcome in, Lisa J. Stocks. How are you doing? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. And yes, guys, if you guys are not following the Point Blank Network, our moderator, which is Kicking It with the Rooks, is dropping all the links. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rooks. Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, shout out to everybody coming in. We see you. We see you. One of my questions, this is the second question. What are your expectations for your network?
I want to leave a legacy. You know, a lot of people through life, or if you're racing, they think of the finish line. In my world, there is no finish line. There's a legacy line. So when the race is over, and you hear this some of my promos, when my name is mentioned, I want people to know my name. Not PBT, not PBE and FG and all that, but Rod. And I want the legacy to be so great. You don't have to know a last name. You don't have to know a full name. You don't have to know a middle name. And I think with the network it started in 25, but I want to be more helpful towards people. You know, one of the goals I have for this year is public speaking. And I'm still trying to formulate in my mind how I want to do it. Obviously, I'm a money guy, so I'm all about making money, but I may have to give a little to get a little. I may have to do a couple of free things just to build up my not following, not subscribers. I don't even like those terms, but build up the crew that I want to help. And so the goal right now for the network is the homeless people. I'm not trying to go build a homeless shelter. I'm not trying to have this and that school and all that, but whatever I can do to contribute and whatever I can do to teach and educate. One of my first slogans on PBT was to educate, motivate, and elevate. I'm gonna educate you. I'm gonna give you the knowledge. I'm gonna motivate you as I do my live streams and my videos, and then I'm gonna elevate you when I show you that I'm actually doing it. And that's the same with everything. Not really PBE, but that's what investing with Rod. I lost a car in whatever year it was due to a hailstorm. I went and bought another car, cash from investments. I didn't want to do that. I didn't plan to do that, but I was allowed to do that. So I want to teach people at the end of the day, if I had to sum it up, I want to help people not have to worry so much. Our culture, our race has spent decades, generations worrying. You know, do I fit in? Am I saying the right stuff? Am I going to be judged by the color of my skin? Can I get a job because I'm Black? So I want to try to put us in positions. It don't matter what you look like. My mama told me there's probably a 5-year-old. This doesn't matter. This is what matters. Right there. So there you have it.
Amen to that. Amen. Amen. Yes, absolutely.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yes. So we're gonna go to the audience, and we have a question from Eventure. What would you say was your best investment since you have been investing?
Man, it goes back. It's not any of the companies that you hear now. I purchased some stock. I forgot what year it was. It was probably mid 2000s, say 2010-ish, 11-ish. I forgot what year. And you hear me on my channel, I'm big on the symbols. And one of the reasons I'm big, I really never told this story. I saved some of this stuff for this interview. I purchased some stock in Chase, but it wasn't the Chase I thought it was, Tanya. I thought it was Chase Bank, but it said Chase. I can't remember the ticker symbol. And man, I was making so much money. I was like, I didn't know this bank was doing this good. I made a lot of money. A lot. Well, it's two of them. This was stock. Now I talk about the crypto one. So then I said, wow, man, this is crazy. I can't believe this. Well, it wasn't JP Morgan Chase. It was some construction company. I don't even remember where it was, but it was a mistake that made me a lot of money. That's on the invested on the stock side. On the crypto side, I bought XRP because I had been following it. Bought it at about 20 some cent a coin, and when I liquidated quite a bit of it, not all of it, it was roughly right around $3. So probably about 15 times my money. So whatever I invested, imagine times 15. And that investment allowed me to actually where I am now to relocate, and I furnished this whole place with that investment. I left everything I had at the other house. So, and I gave it away, rather.
Okay, thank you for sharing. So, all right, question. What would you say to someone that is looking for a starter credit card with a credit score of 600. So what would be your recommendations?
I would say you're at a interesting credit score, number one, because some things you'll be able to get with the 600, some things you won't be able to get. You're doing good, but what you need to do is focus on trying to get. I'm noticing that 640, 650 is that it's not the best credit score, but it's where you can start doing more things. But I would actually don't worry about 700. Don't worry about 800. Just try to do what you can. If you're at 600, do what you got to do to get to 620, then 640. Pay your bills on time and take probably 30 minutes out of the day. And whatever you do for 30 minutes that you can give up 30 minutes, whether it's be on IG, whether it's watch YouTube videos, give some of that time up at least once or twice a week. Study credit, understand what moves your score. That's how I didn't go to school to learn all this. I learned all this, believe it or not, by watching probably over 1,000 something YouTube videos. But take your credit serious. Don't overextend yourself, and understand that credit is leverage. Some of the richest people in the world, they don't use their money to buy stuff. They use their credit to get stuff. And they use their money to possibly pay it off quicker. Basically, no interest. I done paid it off. I'm really getting this for free. Or no interest when I say free. So I would say focus on, if you're at 600, just focus on trying to get to that 640. Don't stop at 640. Keep going. But by the time you get to 640, and don't rush it. Your credit, especially if you messed it up, it didn't go down in a day, and it's probably not going to go up in a day. And this one is dangerous. I usually wouldn't say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. If you know someone that's responsible, where you can be an authorized user on their credit, you have to know them, and y'all have to have a communication relationship, because if something go wrong in their life, in their financial life, it's going to affect you if they have too much pride to tell you about it. But that's another way you can go from 600 to 640, 650 real quick. So.
All right. Thank you so much. All right, guys.
Okay, is y'all getting y'all scores up or no?
Folders.
All right. I'm gonna go to my first question that I wrote down. Shout out to the people watching the replay too. For those that may not know, what does the Point Blank Network cover?
What do we cover? Finance, travel. And when I say finance, that's broad. I talk about cash back. I talk about high yield savings accounts, stocks, crypto, ETFs, not just, and now I have a series Investing Simplified, where I'm trying to not even talk about stocks or crypto or any of that. I want to have people say, Leo and wants to come on and talk about how they save money. It may not be how Rod save money. It may not be how Just Asking save money or Event Yours save money. It's going to be, what do you do? Because you may teach me something, or I may hear something where I can tell you how to tweak it a little bit, or someone else may tell you how to tweak it. That's Investing with Rod. Point Blank Experience, it's enough going on right now in the world with the economy, with uncertainty. You have people in the military, they don't know what's about to happen. You have people losing their jobs, getting laid off after years or decades of being with companies. And with Point Blank Experience, what it's morphed into is a place where people can come, have fun, laugh, joke, kick it for an hour. I mean, last Friday, I did a 6 hour and 43-minute live stream with the help of Event Yours, Just Asking for a Friend, Fats and Tree, TJ's Destination, the Nichols family, and it was anybody on the go with YOLO. And it was crazy, but I don't remember any moment in that 6 hours and 43 minutes where there was a sad moment, where there was anybody arguing or fighting or bickering. We were all laughing, joking. Lisa J. Stocks was there. It was crazy. But people were tired the next day, but I bet you no one can say, I didn't laugh last night. I had a good time. I was seeing it on live streams on Sunday and Monday. People still talking about a live from Friday. and how much fun they had. And that's the whole point of that. PBT, points blank travel. You want to get to travel on, you want to do things. The slogan, one of the slogans there is making the impossible possible. If you want to go and fly, let me see, I'm just thinking of somewhere. I don't know. I've never been to New York. That was my first time coming to New York. I went to Denver. I never had a dream of going to no Denver. Went there and had a good time. You know, that's why I created Points Blank Travel, because how many of us have never left our counties, our cities, our states? And now there are ways out there where, and people are traveling. People that look like us are traveling. But it's still so many of us that are not, that are restricted, not restricted by finances. They have good jobs. They're just restricted by a lack of people telling them that this is possible. I hate to hear the word, oh, it's their ignorance. And no, it's not that. It's just some of them don't know where to go to get the information. Some of them do and just don't. Some people are comfortable never leaving their environments. But from a man that's been all around the world, I've seen more of the world than I have of the United States, believe it or not. And it's a whole world out there. You know, I remember watching Malcolm X, the movie, and when they were praying, when he went to Mecca, I've heard that in real life, being in the Middle East, where 5:13, whenever the sun go down, the malls shut down, the food places shut down. I've been in the Middle East during Ramadan. I never even heard of Ramadan before I went over there. Now that I've gone over there and witnessed it and saw where the whole country couldn't eat, drink, or intake anything, here you just have a select small group of people that don't do it because that's what they practice. But I was at a mall in the middle of a negotiation of a lifetime trying to get a necklace, and this dude shut the store down because it was time to leave and go pray because it was during Ramadan. And the way the Navy operate, whatever country we're in, we abide by their rules. We couldn't drink, we couldn't smoke, we couldn't eat in public. We had to be on the base. So it's a whole world out there, and that's why I created that channel. And that's that's the whole network. It's some more stuff, but I ain't gonna talk about it yet because it's gonna be the comeback of the year then. So,
hey, wow.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing. Yes. Okay. All right. Yes.
Oh, okay. Question number 4. Do you have anybody special you'd like to interview in the future?
Oh yeah, a lot of people, really. A lot. I have one in the works right now. I'm just waiting on a response, but a lot. I want to get back to how I started when I did my interviews. I don't want to interview. I want to interview everybody, but also have a focus on the smaller channels, because I don't care if you're a content creator and you're in the comments right now, you were once a smaller channel. If you're like me, I had 3 subscribers and I was 2 of them. So people they were starting to help people when I started, but if I could interview people and maybe get their name out there, because there's a lot of talent on YouTube and all of the social media networks, get their name out there where people can see. You have people with skills, people that can cook like Monster, people that play video games, people that are like Just Asking for a Friend, building homes, kicking it with the rooks. They're showing people how they travel and live life and family and all that, keeping up with the Griffins, the importance of family, how we always say the families have changed and fallen. They're showing that not really, it's all about mindset. Or Event Yours, showing people how to make cocktails. It's so much talent out there that I just think people need to take advantage of what's out there. And instead of, I'm not going to watch them because they have more subscribers. I'm not going to watch him because I don't like how he move or how he talk. If people, I am a firm believer, don't judge a book by its cover. You don't know all the pages in between. You don't know. You don't know what a person went through just because they sitting up with a chain on or a hoodie on. I wear a hoodie because I'm comfortable, but I can go in there and throw a suit on if I choose to. So don't judge people. And once we get away from all this judging, if you want to judge somebody, Do what I've been doing the last 2 years. Go look in the mirror and judge yourself. You'll be surprised what you'll find out about you. You won't have time to worry about nobody else. I guarantee you. So,
All right. Thank you so much. All right. So, you went on the Carnival Conquest.
Oh,
Yeah. What did you enjoy about being in the suite cabin on the Carnival Conquest?
oh man, absolutely nothing. I didn't spend any time in this suite. It didn't even look like a suite. I guess I had been in too many hotels. It looked like it was a cabin. I went on the balcony and I had taken advantage of my drink package. I went on the balcony. I tripped over the little thing where you're supposed to step over it.
Mhm.
All I saw was me falling in the ocean. We hadn't even left yet. Me falling in the ocean, can't swim, and nobody knowing I was out there. So that was my one and only trip to the balcony that I had. Even when I did my room tour, I did it from inside. Hey, I'm gonna show y'all about. I'm not going out there. I probably averaged about 6 hours of sleep, and I that wasn't worth it. Then I spent 2 days of my cruise trying to figure out how did I have this drink package, drinking all this cognac, but I didn't feel like I had a buzz. So I was trying to figure that out. Then I went to this what you call that bar, the Alchemy bar, and this couple told me to have this one cocktail. I had 2 sips, and I felt like I wasn't going to be able to stand up, so I pushed that back. And one of the things I can honestly say after being in the Navy, man, it was interesting. It was interesting to be on a ship that had a casino, be on a ship that you can get alcohol, because you couldn't do that in the Navy. None of that. You know, be on a ship that had all types of people. That part was cool, but it's not something I would do every quarter, semi-annually, maybe once or twice a year. But that ship, it was fun. But what made it better than anything was there were 70 content creators, 70 YouTubers. Some I had watched, some I looked up to. They didn't know it. None I had met. Well, I had met. Meet and I had met your favorite couple. Your favorite couple and I live about 25 minutes apart, away from each other. But overall, it was fun. It was fun, but I could have did what I did in 2 days and been out of there. I didn't need 4 or 5. I didn't get seasick though, so.
oh, that's good.
Okay. All right. We're going to go to the audience and pass the mic. We have a question from Mike with Tashira. Do you like traveling with a companion or alone?
Hey, what's up, Tashari? That's my DFW sister. Hey, actually, that's a great question. With a companion, alone is boring, and I think from 20 until 39, 19 to 39, I traveled not necessarily with a companion as far as a love interest. I traveled with 350 companions, people that were on the Navy ships. So I always had a partner to go hang out with. And then when I started traveling alone, I found out it wasn't fun. That was one of the things about the Meet and I cruise. I went alone and I'm looking at this couple, that couple, and that couple. And I every time I went to talk to somebody, I felt like I was Little Rod, the third wheel, you know, like I'm interrupting something. So I would say with the companion.
Okay.
All right. Next question. Did you say you cannot swim? I thought everyone in the Navy had to know how to swim.
Oh,
Tashari, this is funny, man. If it's yours, you just gave her some ammunition, but no, I can't swim. I could probably swim from where I'm sitting to my front door, maybe. First of all, whether I can or not, it doesn't matter, because if I can't stand up in the pool, I'm not getting. If my head is not above the water, I'm not getting in it. That's it. So I'm not doing that. But yeah, you have to be able the test was, to Sharia, you had to be able to float for 5 minutes, swim for 100 yards. Well, I couldn't get past the first part. I went to the Navy knowing I couldn't swim, but everybody said, oh, they'll teach you, they'll teach you. So I fell into that trap. And the day we had to go swim, it was a 10-foot diving board, 12 feet of water, and you had to cross your arms and step in. So I just asked a couple of people in front of me, hey, man, what do I do when I jump in? How do I get back to the top? Because I'm watching this. They're going to get me out if I can get back to the top. And the dude said, just do your hands like this. But he didn't. I had my hands like this. So I'm doing this, and I'm just turning in a circle at the bottom because I wasn't like getting any suction to go back up. And I was in the boot camp 17 days after I graduated because I couldn't swim. And I had to learn how. They felt so sorry for me, I guess. They said, man, look, if you could just float for 5 minutes, we'll let you out of here. Don't even worry about swimming. And I said, well, I think I can do that. So I kind of did that and was talking to my mom. I was all upset, but out of shape. She was like, you know, the old school mamas, just pray, son. Well, I tried that, mama. It ain't working. She was like, well, take your Bible, which I'm doing that too, because they gave you a little pocket Bible. Read the 23rd Psalm. Did that too, Mom. I still can't swim. She was like, well, sing Amazing Grace and just relax your mind. And I did it. And I floated for about 2 minutes and 30-some seconds. And I was so relaxed, I floated right to the bottom. They blew the whistle, I failed. Right. I'm like, man. But when I passed, I actually sang that song. It's 5 minutes of what I knew of the song, you know. So I was repeating the same thing. And when I passed, I got out on one knee, thank God, and never worried about swimming again. Till I got to that big old ship and saw the real ocean. And if you fall in the ocean, like the real, I ain't talking about these little cruise line things. I'm talking about the real ocean, like going, say, from Hawaii to Japan. I don't care how much you can swim. If the ship don't see you, you got to survive. You know, one deployment, we had some people that had been out there like a week, and one of them lived.
Wow. Okay, so do you find it hard at times to maintain all 3 channels?
Every day. Every day. People say, how do you do it? It takes time management, which I still suck at. I'm still working on. It's not hard to maintain them, but it's hard to manage because I get distracted. I'm my biggest distraction. I can think of a video. I can think of what I'm going to say. I don't write it down. I don't script anything. And I'll accidentally somehow look on something at Instagram, and next thing I know, I'm caught up in that, and I'd have messed up the time to record. So that's what I'm kind of working on now. But I have a very intricate way of thinking. Like, I probably don't think like the average person. And I actually sleep. My phone is in the bed with me. If I come up with an idea in the middle of the night, I might wake up and type it in my notes because I'm going to forget by in the morning. But I try to stay 2 steps ahead. You know, and then I do have people that I talk to that give me ideas and people that tell me whether I should do something or not. So it's not just me all the time. A lot of times people think, how do you maintain 3 channels? I do have help at times.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. My third question.
I'm trying to see what Tanya said. She said, I said what I said.
That's what I said. I think about you not swimming.
You're not swimming and being in the Navy.
Yeah, yeah, man. I pulled it out. 20 years, 26 days. Retired, and by the grace of God, I didn't die. So I'm here.
Well, that's good.
All right.
The question I wrote down is, what's the difference, for those that may not know, the difference between point blank travel and investing with Rod? Is that the same niche or close to the same niche or no?
Yeah, they're both really. Point blank travel falls more under the finance niche because you are using credit cards, you are earning a currency. Points and miles is it's a currency, just like money. The difference is you really don't have to have a total understanding of finance to be able to travel. So some people that come to Points Blank Travel could care less about finance stuff. They just want to know, how can I get a card? What do I need to spend? How do I get the points? And how do I redeem them for a trip? Then I put the travel on there. So, because people just see Points Blank and I'd have said whatever. I wanted to know if at the end of the day, this is all equal in traveling. Now, investing with Rod, that's when you have to be a little more in tune with the finance world. You don't really have to go and watch CNBC or the finance channel or whatever. You can actually have an understanding by watching content creators that are reliable and doing your own research, whether you get on Google and look up stuff. But they're both finance. One is talking about how you kind of build for your future, and one, Points Blank Travel, is more how you're building up a currency, but you're enjoying life now. So investing with Rod is more for down the line. PBT, Points Blank Travel, is for the now. So.
Okay. All right.
Thank you for explaining that
Yeah.
for those that may have not known the difference.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So on your EBE channel, the Point Blank Experience, you used to do, and are you going to bring back your Real Talk with Rob?
Yeah, I actually, the first episode of season 4 is there, but the interviews, the thing I did the other night, has I actually kind of moved in its place. But I do have a topic, and I think I announced it. Now I understand why so many people use the word fam, like short for family. And that's going to be episode 1 of Real Talk with Rob, which would be a live stream, not a pre-recorded video. And initially, when I came up with that plan, I'll be honest with y'all, it's going to have a whole different meaning than what I'm going to end up producing. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a true Real Talk with Rod topic. And it may I may change it, just depends. But I say before January, you can expect the first episode. Before the end.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. So out of all your interviews you have done, which one you enjoyed more?
With the interviews that I've done where I was the host?
Yes.
Oh, man. And it's not been, that's tough, man, because now y'all put me on the spot. I hope don't nobody get mad, because I've interviewed, I've pretty much interviewed almost everybody in this, from what I can see, everybody has commented, most people. Boy, that's a tough question. I know who I want. I know who I'm thinking. I would say the most inspirational interview I did, probably the hardest interview I had to do, because it's shifting gears at the drop of a dime from how I usually do my interviews. And I would have to say that's the one with Big Murph. That I had to pivot like no other to do that interview. I had to, but at the end of the day, that's the most one that gave me a lot of inspiration. Really, I have no favorite, because I've enjoyed everyone I've been able. I've learned something on every interview that I thought I knew. You don't know everything, but I thought I knew everything that they had put out to the public. Then I watch all their content while I'm researching. I'm like, I didn't know they did this, or I didn't know this was the child. I didn't even know they had kids. Where did this little kid come from? You know, so I don't really have a favorite. I just like all of the people I've enjoyed, but the most inspirational one is the one with Bill.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Welcome in, YFC. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. All right. So, Point Blank Network. What can you say to give the folks that may watch this in the replay, or those that are watching, to tell them a little bit about you that they have not heard from this interview tonight?
Well, I probably have a couple of things. Number one, a lot of people think I'm cocky, and I'm more confident than cocky. I'm a firm believer. You have to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in you, nobody else is going to believe in you. So um, I would say one of the things a lot of people don't know that when I took a break from YouTube, not only being burnt out, but more so, I call it self-reflection or taking a look in the mirror alone, probably 18-month look in the mirror and self-evaluating myself instead of worrying about this person did something wrong or how this person treated me or I looked at myself. I looked at what could I have done better in every situation that I looked at as being negative. So um, it made me say, man, I got a lot to work on. So that prolonged my comeback to YouTube. And I would say one of the things that people don't know about me, I'm not as tough as the outer shell appears to be. You know, I was that guy that wouldn't go to the doctor because I didn't want to hear any bad news, or I'd tell the doctor what I wanted to tell him because I knew the diagnosis wouldn't be in my favor. But once I started being truthful with myself and truthful with whoever I was involved with, whether it was a doctor or whatever, then a lot of stuff became a lot easier. You know? So I would say one thing that people don't know is, again, don't judge a book by its cover. You got to get to. I let very few people get close to me. Very few people. My circle is probably the size of this number 2 pencil right here, the end of it. That's how big my circle is. And because if you allow, people will disappoint you if you're not careful. People will disappoint you. So although the subscriber numbers may say something otherwise, as far as people around me, my circle is extremely small. So I would say I'm not on 10 every day of the week. Some days I may be on 2. Some days I may be on 5. Some days I may be on -5. I don't feel like doing nothing. But when that light come on and a light that maybe come on and this camera come on, it's showtime. It's showtime. So that's where Rod is going to sit down in the corner. And PBT or PBE or investment with Rod is going to rise to the occasion. It's showtime.
Amen.
I know that's right.
Well said, well said, well said. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
Oh yeah, and I'm not rich either, by the way. I'm broke as I don't know what. I ain't rich. that's another perception that's out there. I'm not broke, but I'm not a millionaire, a billionaire, none of that. So I hear people that assume that, and that's not the case.
All right, all right.
Well, you got to claim what you want to be in life. You know what I mean? So never say that you're broke.
Well, the only thing I want to be, Leo, to be honest, is I want to be rich with happiness.
Amen to that.
Wealthy with happiness. And
amen to that.
No stress. You're going to have some type of stress, but
yeah,
you know, a lot of things that people spend a lifetime trying to do, or half a lifetime or a quarter, whatever the case may be, I've done all of that. I've had the money, I've had the cars, I've traveled the world, but at the end of the day, was I really happy? Was I really happy, or was it all a facade or a smoke screen? And through my self-reflection, I'm like, yo, man, when you sitting in a crib by yourself, that watch, I found out that watch don't talk to you.
Amen.
The clothes don't come in there and give you a hug. With somebody in them, you know what I mean? So the car, it ain't as fun when you in the driver's seat, ain't nobody in the passenger seat or the back seats. So all this stuff didn't really matter. Yeah. And I was like, you know, let me get not back to the basics. I don't want to go back to the basics. Let me go forward to reality. I don't want to go back. I need to go forward. So it's kind of where I am.
So, final question. So when you first started PBT, and invested and experienced. From then and now, do you see any growth? And where do you see yourself about 2 to 3 years from now?
Uh, Sheldon said that sound like Charlie Wilson. Sheldon always got a crack a joke, make me laugh. But I see the growth. I watch a lot of my. I used to didn't. I don't watch my live streams. I just don't. I watched a few of them when I was doing my self reflection because I wanted to see some things. But the channel 2 years, I almost wanted to be on autopilot. And I want to have a library of content that's evergreen that people, and I think I'm gonna have to do something every once in a while just to keep it active. But I want people to be able to look at a video in 2028 and it's still applicable in 2030, 2035, and so on and so forth.
Yeah,
So that's a focus that I have right now. Trying to think what else. When it comes to the growth, man, I realized how wild PBT got at one time. Not me, but the channel. The channel was like, it morphed from credit to a YouTube club. Like, I don't even know how it happened, I'll be honest. And that has something to do with that going back thing. I was back to the basics. I even promoted it one year. I'm back to the basics. I talked to Shelter from Your Favorite, come back to the basics. But I never could get back to the basics because that time, that era had passed by. It had passed by, and the solo cups and the grape juice and all that was cool.
Oh, no grape juice, honey.
Yeah, it was grape juice, man. I won't say the cup. Well, no, I'll tell you now that I'm not doing it. I mean, it was mostly probably a little Cabernet Sauvignon, you know. But what I as I look at it and look at the growth, yeah, I had a gift where I could talk all these numbers, percentages, points, and miles. I don't need a script. I could talk all this stuff, and you can go look it up right after, and it'd all be right on point. But this red solo cup, people may or may not believe it. And I don't want them to have to go look it up. I want them to say, yo, I know what this dude is saying is the real deal. And now, since October 2024, I was like, yeah, no more solo cups, no cups. I don't even drink no more. And now it's more of a flavorful delivery, more passion. You know, that was passion back then, but it's more of a passion now. So just want to see it grow and put it on autopilot, man. One day I got to retire one day. So, I mean, I'm retired now, but I have to totally retire.
Absolutely. Well, yes. Do you have anything else? All right. Well, Point Blank Network, again, thank you so very much for coming back to the show.
Yeah.
We definitely enjoyed you.
Yeah.
And thank you again.
Well, he's always been a great guest. I think this interview was a little different because Rod seems more vulnerable with this interview. So it made it more fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your favorite couple said, I have a question.
Not you got a question, child.
Go ahead, your favorite couple. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Your favorite. I can't wait to hear this. Yeah, right now is a good time because I'm in answering mode, which I may not be tomorrow. So
go ahead. Your favorite couple.
He might just be trying to keep y'all here. I know he typed quickly with that. See, I told you. Look at that next comment. He's just trying to keep it.
Let me think of one second.
So he showed up to class late, sneak into the back of the show, and now he got us waiting for a question.
Hey, I will say this because I'm a firm believer, and I ain't putting nobody on the spot, but I would love to be able to interview Kicking It with the Rooks. I just got to put it out there. You know, they may say no because they're very busy, but hey, I'd love to have them on Point Blank Experience. And one thing I do want to say while Shelton's thinking of his one last question is on a real note, man, y'all really need to look at your financial future. It's never too late to start. Don't let anyone tell you that. Don't let anyone fool you that you can't start. The hardest part about investing or saving, just like going to the gym, is getting dressed and going. Once you get there, you get on a machine, you start to feel better. You're breathing in, somebody give you a compliment. Your compliment is going to be when you look at your investment account, when you look at your bank account. If you're scared of stocks and crypto, get a high yield savings account. But I've been investing since 1992, and I'm still concerned with, will I have enough money when I'm really ready to call it quits, or will I be that guy that's 75 or 80 working in a retail store and falling asleep in the break room? It's possible. And I can tell you right now, if you're putting your money just in a bank account or just even in maybe a high yield savings account, you're going to have to do something else because inflation is going to outpace the interest rates 10 times out of 10. So,
yes, your favorite couple said $1 million now or $5 million 3 years later.
That's a good question, man. I would say right now, 1 million. Because 3 years from now, I'm gonna take that 1 million just on probably. I looked at an investment today and said, I don't even know if that's good. And it averaged 39% back in 5 years, I think. My best investment, one of my best investments is actually Royal Caribbean. I'm up 113% with them. So if I'm getting 100, now this is all speculative, but if I got 113%, that's doubling my money. So I take that 1 million now. In a year, it'll be about a year. This particular account, it'll be 2 million, hopefully 3 million, and that however many million Shelter mentioned, 5 million. I'm gonna take the 1 million because I'm gonna flip that like pancakes. I'm gonna be that dude back in the IHOP in the back of the restaurant. So I'm a firm believer I can flip money like no other. I take the 1 million now.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right. And
He said get to flip it.
yeah, and Ron, the Rooks is answering your question. He says we're getting settled. We may be ready to jump back on there for an interview in the second half of the year.
All right. Hey, whenever y'all ready, y'all just know the invitation is open. I'll be with God's will. I'll be around the second half of the year, the last quarter. Whenever y'all ready, let me know. And it might be 2027. It may never happen. But hey, I just want y'all to know the door is open. So,
okay. All right. Well, guys, so this was the kickoff of season 6.
Okay.
Exclusive show.
Say what?
With yours truly, I'm Winston.
And I'm Leo.
Yes, House of X Entertainment, and our guest is none other than Point Blank Network.
Rod.
Yes.
R-O-D, the simple R-O-D, not Rob with a B, not Rodney, not none of that, just Rod. And if you're looking for Point Blank Network, you're probably not going to find that's all the channels that fall under the network. So people have dropped the links, and I want to thank everyone for dropping the links to the channels. Those are the channels that you can find. And you're going to see a lot of me this year. If you get tired, just come back later on and watch the replay. But I don't know about a comeback of the year, but I ain't playing in 26. That's all I'll say. So.
All right, guys. Yeah. So again, stay tuned for episode 2, which is tomorrow. We will be interviewing a watch collector. He's also a great supporter of this lovely channel, which is, by the way, of Jerry Jones. Stay tuned and come learn all about collecting and all about watches. Again, Point Blank Network, we thank you so very much for coming back to the show.
Thank y'all for having me, and thank everyone for taking time out of your busy schedules to be here. I know it's Friday night, and you could have been anywhere, but you came over and supported House of X. And hopefully, for the people that are watching replay, hopefully you get some out of this. If anybody have a question that was here or even watching the replay, you can hit me up on Instagram, any other channels. And if I can't answer the question, I know a friend that can, and that's Google. So, or Chat GPT. And I want to say once again, what y'all see on the network is not all right. I do have people that give me ideas and help me out. So It's a team effort.
All right. Thank you guys, and see you guys.
Enjoy your night, everybody.
Much love, y'all.
Stay entertaining, yeah. Now turn me up, baby. Now turn me up. We stay entertaining, yeah. Hey, we stay entertaining.
Hey, what's going on, YouTube? What is going on, PBT family? You know, I